Welcome to KetoMealsAndRecipes.com. My family really loves Asian food, and this easy cashew chicken, a keto Chinese takeout style dinner, is one of our favorite quick and easy recipes that can be made at home in about 20 minutes or less, and that includes the prep time. I would like to mention that this easy to make cashew chicken is just one part of a well-balanced keto meal. So do add sides that will both increase the nutritional value and the macronutrient ratio to make this into a complete, well-balanced keto dinner. Here are a couple sides we enjoy with this recipe. I like to serve the ginger garlic buttered bok choy, as well as a small serving of my Chinese 5-minute fried cauli rice. And this makes for a wonderful selection of food, as we would have when we do a Chinese takeout meal. And this easy cashew chicken is basically a protein component of a well-balanced meal, so you must add sides that will increase the macro ratios. The macronutrient ratio for this recipe is 1.1 to 1, with 7 grams of total carbs, 1.3 grams of fiber, resulting in 5.7 grams of net carbs. Now to make this easy cashew chicken. For this recipe, we just need some basic whole food ingredients, tamari, and fish sauce. Because this is a stir fry, it's always good to prepare all your ingredients and the prep steps before getting started. The first thing I do is to preheat my oven to about 180 degrees Celsius or 360 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I spread the cashews onto a baking sheet and bake in the middle position of my oven for about 8 to 10 minutes or until the cashews are light golden. Then I remove the cashews from the oven and transfer them onto a cutting board, letting them cool for a few minutes before I chop them into small pieces, and once the cashews are chopped, I set them aside. Next, I peel the fresh ginger by scooping off the skin with a teaspoon. Using a teaspoon works much better than using a vegetable peeler or knife because you can get into the nooks and cranny of the ginger root. Use the small holes of your box grater to grate the ginger and set it aside. Now it's time to cut the green bell peppers into small pieces. The pieces should be squares, which are about the width of a fork. And don't forget to dice your onions into very small pieces and set both of these aside. As well, I would like to prepare my sauce, and I make this directly into a measuring cup. I add the water, the tamari, and the fish sauce. And vinegar. I prefer apple cider vinegar, but you can use either rice vinegar or white vinegar. Oops, I almost forgot to add the sesame seed oil. Add that and stir again. Because I really like my sauce to be thick so that it sticks well to the chicken cubes, I like to add a bit of glucomannan as my thickener. But this is totally up to you. Whether you thicken your sauce or not, it will taste the same. Once you've added the glucomannan to the liquids, stir well until the glucomannan is completely dissolved, then set the sauce aside. And I cube my chicken breasts into bite-sized pieces. I would also like to recommend the use of skin-on chicken thighs that have been cut into small pieces. The chicken thighs taste really nice and are a bit more fatty. And I'm going to make the marinade directly into my mixing bowl, where I add the tamari, the grated ginger, and the grated garlic. Stir well and combine. And once you've placed your cubed chicken into the bowl, toss the chicken with the marinade very well and then set it aside for a moment. Now it's time to preheat your skillet or wok over medium heat. Once the skillet is nice and hot, add about 1/4 of the oil and coat the pan well. When the oil is nice and hot, add the cubed green peppers and diced onions to the skillet or wok. Spread the vegetables evenly and let cook for about a minute. Then toss and cook for another 2 or 3 minutes, or until you notice that the onions are translucent and the green peppers are starting to look a bit soft. At that point, remove the vegetables from the skillet and transfer them into a plate and set that aside. In the same skillet or wok, which is still over medium heat, add the rest of the sesame seed oil, and when the oil is sizzling, add the cubed chicken, spreading the pieces out into a single layer. Leave to fry until the chicken cubes have a light golden crust on the bottom layer. This is the Maynard reaction. And then toss as you cook until all sides of the chicken cubes are golden and the chicken is cooked through fully. At this point, reduce your stovetop heat to low and add back the onions and the green peppers, your chopped and dry roasted cashews, and pour your prepared sauce on top of everything. Using a spatula, toss as you cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. This will allow all the flavors to infuse the meat really well. Then remove everything from the skillet and put on a nice serving plate. As an option, which I did not do this time, you can garnish by sprinkling dry roasted sesame seeds and roughly chopped cilantro on top of the cashew chicken. And now you're all done. I hope you enjoy this. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and if you know someone who might also like this keto recipe, please share this recipe because word of mouth seems to be the way that this channel is growing. And I hope you'll join me for the next video. The link for the printable easy cashew chicken recipe and the suggested side dishes will be posted in the description below.